This is the Mickey Miles and More podcast, your one-stop for information on Disney races, Disney vacations, Disney theme parks, and more. Now, here are your hosts for the Mickey Miles and More podcast, Michelle Scribner-McLean, Chris Eliopoulos, and Mike Scopa.
Welcome home, Milers, and welcome back to another episode of Mickey Miles and More, a podcast where three friends talk about the Disney parks, the Disney races, and whatever else they feel like talking about. I'm Chris Eliopoulos, and with me, as always, is Dr. S, Dr. Michelle Scribner-McLean. What's up, Doc?
Well, Chris, 8 to 12 inches of snow coming to New Hampshire. I'm not happy. They already called off our school. Not that I'm going in anyway, but yikes.
That damn groundhog. Somebody just shoot that thing and let us get rid of our winter. I mean, enough already. I just can't.
Or at least slap them. Maybe not shoot them.
Yeah, I know. We've got I think we're supposed to be getting like 6 inches or something as well. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It doesn't end.
It will end. It will end. Then next week it'll be 60. But I won't be here. I'll be in Walt Disney World. So.
There you go. Yeah, it's funny. We got the notice that we were going to get like 6 inches of snow, and then I got a notification from my pool company asking when I want to open my pool. Like, really? Yeah, it was not the time. So. But speaking of snow on the front, our good friend, the Dean of Disney, Mike Scopa. How
you
doing?
guys are complaining about snow. When I was a little kid, I used to
walk 3
go
miles
to school, 3 miles and 4 feet of snow uphill both ways. Yeah. So this is a piece of cake.
Yeah, I know. Everybody always talks like that, right? I remember when I was little, I had to, I still remember the snow days. Now they just make you. The kids go virtual. You have virtual days.
Yeah, and professors.
Hey, Mike, did you have like a trivia question or something for us today?
Oh my God, does he have a trivia question?
Well,
okay.
We
all day long.
We have a number of topics, and before we get to the big topic we're going to talk about today, when you introduce that topic, Chris, we'll start that topic off.
Oh, with the trivia.
With a trivia question.
Oh,
because it's related to that topic.
All right.
So then in the meantime, I think we're just going to, what did you call, you had a great, what did you call this up front? A little
mouse bites. Mouse
bites. Is that a phrase you coined?
Yep.
I like it. Little mouse bites up front.
Mouse bites. So we call it cheese bites, but mouse bites. Yeah.
I like mouse bites. That works.
This is what I'm airing. Get it?
Oh boy. He's trying hard already. Well, I will say, that you had sent me before we even get started. I don't know if this is going to play into it, but you guys sent me, somebody was complaining about the cost of hotel. Michelle, you sent me that the Art of Animation Resort a night was $613.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Is that a tweet, Michelle? Do you remember?
Gosh, you're going to ask me this. That was like 5 days ago.
Yeah.
$600 a night. It was just a post I saw on some Disney forum that I belong to, but and I don't. Aren't they all suites at Art of Animation?
It's a value though, right?
No, it's a value.
It's a value, but it's like family suites. I
don't think they're all because there were several buildings.
Well, regardless, you and I visited a suite once. How did we do that? I don't remember. We visited
during a Mouse Fest, I think.
Yeah, okay. We visited a suite and it was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth $600 a night.
Well, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's not as big as a one-bedroom DVC, or even a place that you could find for probably $120 a night all around Orlando. But it was, it was fine. Not $600 a night. For me, I'm going to the Four Seasons or,
Yeah. Well, that was the thing is did I mention it on the show or did I just mention to you in person or offline that we were looking to book maybe a quick 4-day weekend down there. We looked at Yacht Club and it was $900 a night, which is absolutely insane. Like I can't in good conscience spend $900. And
even if you were going to Venice, you'd probably, I would blink at $900 a night. I would think, okay, I'm going to be staying in the same hotel as George Clooney. Maybe it's worth it, but,
there you go.
But
I don't know.
But I'm sorry. I love Yacht Club, but no, thank you.
I know.
It's not even a suite, right? It's just a hotel room.
It's literally just a regular room. I think it might be on the, what is it, the club level or whatever that is, the I think that was the only thing
Concierge,
there.
yeah.
Concierge level, but still, oosh. I mean, I remember I was getting a little freaked that yacht was going up to like, $600 there for a while, on certain days. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. But
But even like the value resorts, weren't you telling me, Mike, that it was really getting close to like $300 a night?
The moderates were looking to be averaging around 300 a night.
I thought you had told me All Star.
The All Stars, I
music.
think, around 250 maybe. I'm
Still.
not sure. Again, it depends upon the way that they price. The rack rates are crazy because it depends upon time of year. It depends upon day of the week. The same thing with the ticket prices now. It's not a straight. Oh, we need to talk about ticket prices. It's not a straight. So much every night. It's when are you going? You're going in this month.
But it was always there were always seasons. But I blame Uber because Uber, I think, started the surge pricing, right?
yeah, the gig culture is now like
Yeah.
over to the thing. So
It's raining. You're in Manhattan.
Yep.
The price is going to go up for your Uber.
right,
So
what time
it's
of
the same.
day?
Mhm.
I mean, they've always changed. Like if you go for the weekends, the prices go up for the hotel rooms and
Friday and Saturday nights. Yeah.
yeah. So, all right. So, Mike, give us some mouse bites, some info. I know this weekend is the Princess Marathon, right?
Yeah, and it looks like Disney is making a comeback. All the races or all the events are sold out. They have added a yoga event, which
Woohoo.
I'm sure Michelle would love. It's called
For $95 though.
$95.
And it's in front of the castle, right? You get to like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's just So, and the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, the combo of the 10K and the Princess Half, now called the Disney Fairy Tale Challenge, and the virtual races. Well, I don't know about the virtual races being sold out, but every other race is being sold out. And for those runners out there who have run in the past and who have not been running, you'd be interested to know that. So the 5K is $95. The 10K is $135. The half is $220. If you want to do the challenge, it's $355. And the virtual races range from $75 to $232. And I really don't know much about the virtual races.
Well, it's basically just, Scout's honor. I ran the race. Give me my medal. You're basically paying the medals, but it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what the finishing numbers are. Like if they're sold out, how many people actually ran. See if they're opening it up more, or if it just is just a smaller run. So, I also saw that there was some news on the Genie Plus.
Yeah, and this is something I think Michelle's going to be happy about. So starting on the 25th, which is
is today
right
as
around the
this
corner
comes out?
Today, and from the 25th through August 7th, there will be a change with the Genie Plus. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Frozen Ever After, and Space Mountain will be included in the Genie Plus service and will not, and I repeat, they will not be included as an individual Lightning Lane selection, which means that only Ratatouille, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Rise of the Resistance, and Flight of Passage will be the only ones available as individual Lightning Lane purchases. Now, to me, that's a flag that says something is not working as expected, and so they decided to tweak the Disney Genie Plus, and it has something to do with probably lines, queue lines, and virtual queues. I noticed that the changes are in two different theme parks,
Right.
Studios and Magic Kingdom. So we'll see what happens with that.
Unless it's because they added Space Mountain back onto the individual during the holidays, maybe because of higher numbers. I mean, I remember the lines were really long for Space Mountain.
Yeah, I think I think we're always going to see this, Chris. I remember when Genie Plus first came on board, and I remember seeing that we were told that there would be changes, seasonal changes, and things like that based on anticipated crowds and other things. So this will not be the first or the last time we see anything like this, but and I think that it may have something to do with Flower and Garden opening up next week.
Right.
May have something to do with spring break too. So
Interesting.
but I think it's nice to see something like that. I think Michelle happy about that. Are you?
I'd actually rather pay for Mickey and Minnie's. I
Yeah.
want to go on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if that means. Be interesting to see the Genie Plus lines, see how long they are.
Mhm.
But that's that was only announced that was announced a few hours before we started to record. So that was interesting. Another thing that's happening, Chris, moving along in linear faction, on March 9th, we're going to see the return of the Fantasy Festival, the Fantasy Parade. I forget what it's called. The daytime parade in the Magic Kingdom. So that's going to return early March, which means crowds of people watching a parade in the Magic Kingdom, which
Right.
means no social distancing. And we all know that the masks are no longer required. So
So I will go back and mention the fact that giving the opposed view on the Lightning Lane and the Genie Pluses. I have a friend of mine who recently went down, and financially she does very well. And so when she goes down, she only goes for a few days. And on those days, the first day that she gets there, she does a VIP tour every single time. And so she could, and for the only reason is just she wants to barrel through the parks, get on the rides that she wants to go on, and be done with it. And then the rest of the days, she'll just kind of hang out and do the rides that she wants to go on. She gave me a report this week that she was just absolutely in heaven with the Genie Plus system and the Lightning Lane. She felt like with this system, she no longer had to pay for a VIP tour, so it was going to save her a lot of money. For the rest of us, it would cost more to get onto these things, but she actually found the system to be a much better value for her. So, I mean, I'm guessing that this is sort of like we were talking about, like financially, that's who Disney wants, the people who can spend the money. So, as somebody on the show likes to say, just throw money at the problem. She threw money at the problem, and she was extremely happy with it. So, for some people, I think this is, it might be a good thing for them. So, so Mike, so you mentioned the Flower and Garden Festival.
yeah, that's going to run for 125 days this year, Chris. That's
Wow.
amazing. It's going to start early March 2nd, I think, and all the way through July 4th.
Oh.
And
then probably start
125
Food and
days.
Wine right after it, like the day after, right?
Food and Wine last year, I believe, started mid-July, I thought. So I don't know offhand what the Food and Wine dates are, but that's something that's starting on March 2nd. The other interesting thing I found by accident, because it was a leak,
Oops.
was that the Guardians of the Galaxy Rewind roller coaster attraction in Epcot, that is where Ellen's Universe of Energy was, it's pretty much running right now. They're testing it right now. And one of the Disney executives, by accident, sent out a tweet and said, hey, we're going to open up on Memorial Day weekend. So
Wasn't that an Imagineer?
it was the
That was
chief
like a-
corporate officer who reports to Bob Chapek. I think his name is Jeff Morrow or Merrill or whatever. But anyways, the tweet was taken down like within 10 minutes. But word gets around. So folks,
Yeah.
get ready for Guardians of the Galaxy around Memorial Day weekend. My guess is that in May, Chris, you're going to see cast member previews and probably some soft openings for annual pass holders in May. So if anybody's going down in May and spending $900 on a room at the Yacht Club, they can look forward to Guardians of the Galaxy. So that was
There you go.
that was another thing. And today I heard from someone, and I checked with some other quote experts, about this, and apparently there is an issue with Android phones and My Disney Experience. The issue is incompatibility. There are problems. I have one friend told me that she went to My Disney Experience and all her plans were not there. And she also tried to download the app, and it wasn't in
Google Play.
Yeah, Google Play. So they're having problems. I checked with someone else who's very much into all this stuff down there, and he said yes, there's a big issue. So if you have an Android phone, keep your fingers crossed that you're not going to have any problems. And basically, that's all the mouse bites for this week, Chris.
All right. So basically, the main gist of this episode is going to be talking about Disney Springs. So, Mike, you said you had a bit of trivia for us?
Yeah. So you and Michelle, I want you to, this is amazing. It's an amazing thing that I found out. So let's assume that you are arriving in Walt Disney World on February 26th. Okay. And you have decided that between February 26th and whatever, you're going to have every single meal in Disney Springs. Okay. Now, let's assume that every day you're going to have 3 meals a day at Disney Springs. However, you're going to eat at you're going to eat at every eating establishment once. The eating establishment could be, a Giardelli's ice cream. Yeah. It should be Blaze Pizza, whatever. But so every day you have 3 meals at Disney Springs. You will never repeat a visit. How long will it take you to visit every restaurant down, every eatery down there? And what will be the date that you finish?
So does that include like little places like the poutine place and the
Everything.
Starbucks?
Yep.
So when you say meals, like we just eat in one restaurant per day?
Well, no. You're going to eat at 3 eating establishments. I mean, even if what's that? Sprinkles, Michelle? Is that
Sprinkles,
the name?
yeah.
You could go to Sprinkles for lunch. You're going to go to Giardelli's for dinner,
Right.
but you're visiting 3 eating locations in Disney Springs every day, starting on the 26th of February. What date? On what date will you be able to say, I have eaten at every establishment in Disney Springs? I am done.
Is this like the Price is Right? Like we have to get closest. So if Chris says something, I can
Sure.
bet $1.
Yeah. So tell me the date that you would be finished at Disney Springs eateries. For those of you at home playing along?
I know, right? September 30th.
I would say
September 30th.
I would say March 26th. So you're saying that we're starting February 26th? I would say March 26th.
The answer is on March 20th. You
Oh,
would
there
be
you go.
done. Because are you ready for this? It would take you 21 days to eat once at each of the, 64 eating
I
locations.
thought there were 90.
No, there's 64. But that's amazing. And, that's because I was reading and I was like, wait a minute, how many of these things are here? And they have just from downtown Disney to Disney Springs, they have just exploded with all kinds of options for guests. And that's probably why a lot of people go down there. That's one of the reasons why they go down to Disney Springs. So I thought that would be a good funny little thing to bring up.
Well, it's interesting because we tend to go down there for some certain meals as well. I don't know Michelle, what's your favorite place to go eat there?
Splitsville. Hands down. Splitsville every
Really?
time. Yeah.
WBG?
WBG.
Wine by George?
Oh, Wine Bar George is. Yeah. Okay. All right. No, I think I would say Splitsville before Wine Bar George would be second, and then third. You didn't ask me, but third would be Sprinkles. I love Sprinkle.
Yeah, Mike, where are you going?
Oh my God. It depends upon my mood, but I think that The thing about Splitsville is that you really can't be disappointed. They just are. It's a very unique restaurant because sushi, pizza, hamburgers, sandwiches, seafood, salads,
Drinks,
they just have
live entertainment,
entertainment
inside,
They do?
outside.
Splitsville?
Yeah,
Oh,
live
yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
they-
Inside, outside bowling.
reasonably priced, and you just can't go wrong. If I have, and I have recommended to young families where to go for lunch or dinner at Splitsville, I tell them to go to the Disney Springs. I tell them to go to Splitsville because if you have 3-4 children, there's going to be something for everyone. Jimmy wants a pizza, Billy wants a hamburger, Mary wants a salad.
Plus, the service is excellent there
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had a bad time there. It's been I put it up there towards the top. We also like the boathouse. No, Michelle says no to that one.
Well, I'm gonna downvote it because of the vegetarian stuff. If we're excluding the little bar that's out on the water, which I very much like, Mike can talk about it, but it's not great for vegetarians at
No.
all. Very overpriced. I've gotten things that I can like take the meat out and sort of make it like a club sandwich without any meat, but no, not for me. It's hard to get a reservation. Very loud.
Yeah.
I don't think the service is great. I think it's personally, I think it's tremendously overrated. Sorry, Chris.
No, look.
But I love the little bar. That's a fun place to meet friends.
Right.
I think Mike's opinion has shifted. It used to be like super high on this.
I think one of the things that I have learned over the years is that you always take a look at a restaurant and say, this is how I feel about it from my last visit. And there are many, many restaurants down there of which I've had, high praise for early on. And then somewhere along the line, they slipped, and also the other way around. So
Yeah.
with the boathouse, the last visit, just service was not what I expected. The quality of the food was not what I expected. And I know it's popular. I know it's one of the most successful restaurants in the country. But for some reason, it just kind of fell short on my last visit. And, it's not the only one down there. I think that Terralina, Craft Crusted, that has fallen a little bit from grace. I think that Raglan Road pretty much has maintained its level of quality.
We didn't
So-
ask Chris though. What was
Yeah.
we came down
No,
on
no.
his first choice. Sorry, Chris.
No,
What's
no.
your
I
second and third choice.
I will say it's a new one for me. The Everglazed Donuts place. Have you ever been there? Oh my God, you have to try that one. They make
Yeah,
these donuts the size of your head.
Yeah, no, haven't tried it. Walked by it, but
Oh
walked
my
by
God.
it. It's
Not-
kind of like Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, it's huge. The one I
It's
love,
right,
which
right next to Splitsville.
Yeah,
Right.
around the
It-
corner from the theater, AMC.
yeah, the next to the theater and stuff like that. The bacon and maple syrup. I know. That's why I said Michelle was gonna not like that. But oh my God, that's so good. I love that place. We don't do a lot. You know what was interesting? We found on this trip, because we were so annoyed with all the crowds in the parks, we spent more time down at Disney Springs this time. So it's almost like who was it? Michelle, Mike, you say it's a fifth gate. Like it feels like it's
Michelle
a
was the first person that I heard coin it. It's the fifth gate. It does have it's got 103 shops. It's got 64 dining experiences, and there are 25 quote attractions, shows, and events that you can play. Like Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. It's just like when you can't figure out what to do next, it's nice to go there.
right.
And I love the garage. I know you don't park your car there, but the smart garage I think is still very, very cool. So Chris, do you know what that is?
No.
Where so when you drive in, there's a sign that tells you the different levels of each garage and how many parking spaces.
Mhm.
And then so it'll say level 4, 104 spaces. So you
Oh,
know where
right,
to go.
right.
And then you go up there and you look down the rows, and there are green lights where the parking spaces are available. So you
Oh.
don't have to waste your time going down a row. You see where there's a green light, because when a car goes in, the green light turns off.
Neat.
So yeah, it's really cool. And then the way that they have it when you go out is that I can't explain how it's configured, but you're not interacting with people who are coming in. You're going right out into the, whatever direction, but you're going like straight down the ramp and out. Anyway, I think one of the things that that I learned about Disney Springs this summer, and I mean, I'm a big fan, but there are places that definitely went up in my estimation and places that went down. So Mike talked about the boathouse. I feel the same way. A place that went up in my estimation was House of Blues.
Oh.
So House of Blues, let me just say 2 words: street corn. Oh my God, so good. So good. I've been there before for the gospel brunch. They don't have it, but we did go with some friends they had a bluesy type of brunch experience. Great drinks. We went another time and just sat outside with some great musicians, and you could just get a drink. Just really casual. I like it because it's down the end, so you're kind of off the beaten path, but that definitely went up. Would you agree, Michael?
I agree. I think that was one. There was another one that we discovered at the end of the trip. It's the Wolfgang Puck.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
why have we
yeah.
never been here before?
Well, it's
Yeah.
like you walk by it, and it's very plain looking. It's
Yeah.
right across, for those who are familiar with Disney Springs, it's right across from the Chicken Man and Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it was...
That was our last meal.
And it was very, very good.
Oh
I
my
mean, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. It was just right. It was Goldilocks. It was very good quality.
It reminded me like of a Chico. Like, the wine was amazing. The salad was amazing. Did we have pizza? I can't remember, but
I forget what I
like,
like.
oh my gosh, why didn't we come here? But a place that went down in my estimation was City Works. Is that what it's called?
Well, that was the first time we had,
yeah, it'll be a while before I go back there.
But that's all the way down at the end, right? It's right across from.
Yeah, it's across from House of Blues.
Right,
Did you go there, Chris?
I haven't. I think the only places I've gone there to eat, it's been Splitsville, Wine by George. Is that what the name of it?
Wine Bar George.
Wine Bar George. Oh God, what's the name of it? Right across the way. Why did I just blank on
Jock
that?
Lindsay's?
Jock Lindsay's, and then Splitsville, Boathouse. Can I ask a silly question? What is it with that chicken guy? Have you been there? Have you tried it?
Me?
Well,
No.
not you, but
No,
Mike.
always a line there.
Always.
Yeah.
What is
I'm
so
not-
special about it?
I don't know, Chris. If I was to pick a place to go have chicken, it would be Homecoming, because they have special fried chicken that's got the buttermilk coating. But the chicken guy is very, very popular. Every time I have been in Disney Springs, there's a line of people waiting to get it. I don't know what it is. They must be putting something in there that's good.
I'm almost willing to just stop at Chicken Guy and get online and say, like, what is everybody here for? And give me it. Just because every time you go by, there's always a super long line.
Yeah. Another place I think that's really good is I just blanked out. Halio. Halio, yeah. That was it's not cheap. Great wine, great sort of tapas. I thought sometimes what's kind of fun is that, if it's different types of food, the knowledge of the server about the different things that you're having is really interesting. I love to learn about that stuff. But yeah, I thought Halio was good. I wouldn't go frequently because I thought it was very, very expensive, but
I mean, and they have actually stores like places you go. We used to go to Splitsville. We'd go there for lunch and then go right next door to that Runner's Superstore. But they've moved it now. It's over in that area that's got the overhang by the Uggs and the Johnston and Murphy stores. It's actually just right by the chicken guy. And so when you're going for races, if you've forgotten something at home, like they've got everything there for you. Like if you don't go to the expo, you can go to this place. And we've done that on days, where there wasn't a race and we've gone and we're like, oh man, we forgot socks, running socks.
I've done that too.
You go pick it up. So it's great. I mean, so do you do any regular shopping while you're there, or is it really just
spend so much money in Uniqlo or whatever, however you say it, the Japanese store?
That's right.
So much money there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they always have great stuff. They actually, when we went this time, they had the top floor closed. I think maybe for what's going on, I guess with COVID and stuff, they had only the bottom level open, which was interesting. So, but yeah, we love that place.
Where else? I like to walk through the Disney store. I'm not a Disney tchotchke clothes person, so I don't usually buy, but I like the vibe in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy stuff in there.
I mean, I check out the Star Wars store. There's actually 2 Star Wars stores, a Marvel store.
Yep.
They
you
have
go
a
to the soccer store.
Yeah.
You go to the soccer store.
Oh, yeah.
What else do they have over there?
Well, the Sunglass Hut has the special Mickey Wayfarers.
Oh, there you go. And then they have
what?
They have the Love Pop.
They have a Love Pop store. Yeah.
I will say
Boston
the only thing I
Company.
don't like when you go by that area is the cigar shop. You always get the reek of cigars as you go on by.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's a ganachery, which is kind of cool. And during the summer, they had a special DVC ganachery. And of course, the one that has the longest lines is Gideon's Bakehouse. Did you end up going, Chris? I can't remember.
the lines were so long, we just didn't bother to do it just because it was time consuming and we had other things to do and places to go. But I think I sent you pictures, right? Or I sent you a picture of the line while we were at Wine Bar George. So you sent me pictures of the things you could get there.
You have to.
It's called food porn.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
If you're at Disney Springs early, you go up and you put yourself in the queue, and they'll say, "Okay, you come back later."
Yeah.
And,
It's like you're getting into an exclusive nightclub.
Yeah.
Then you get into the line of the people who have been accepted in, and then it's like, welcome to this experience.
it's very Harry Potter like when you get in there,
or
Right.
Adam's Family.
by Adam's Family, and you're lucky if you walk out of there spending less than $50 because there's just amazing things in there, and you only live once.
That's interesting. I definitely should try it at some point. So wait, explain to me what the move is. You have to go up to the door and get
In the virtual queue.
in the virtual queue.
And then they tell you when to
What
come
time?
back. For us, it was 4 hours.
Oof.
So in between, we planned it so that we had a movie in between. So then we walked down to AMC, which we go to AMC a lot down there.
Mhm.
We're in the AMC A list, so we get the movies for quote unquote free. It's part of our monthly membership, so that's really cool. But then came back, so the timing worked out for us. But
Yeah.
and then you go in and it's just like another queue and a little experience, and you're looking around and it's themed really well. And when they make a certain amount of things and when they're gone, you don't get any more. But
Yeah.
peanut butter cake was amazing. Peanut butter chocolate chip cookies were amazing. Peanut butter coffee was amazing. I drank it for 3 days. I just kept on putting it in the
Wow.
refrigerator.
Okay.
Super expensive, but I have to say, once we got in there, they did not rush you. It didn't feel like I kept on saying, oh, I don't know what I want. I'm sorry. And the guy was like, you waited all this time. You take your time and
Yeah.
ask me any question that you want. So they were really, really helpful and nice.
Oh, that's good.
At least that guy.
And as you snake through the inside, you walk by this case. It's not one of these cases where it's from your ankles to your chest. It's chest high, and it's glass, and it has all the offerings for the day, be it cake, be it donuts. However, as Michelle said, if you happen to be in the queue that says come back at 5 o'clock, they may be out of the key lime pie cake, or the
Mm.
I didn't realize they had donuts. I didn't see donuts. Maybe it's too
cookies. I'm
late.
sorry, they're
Yeah.
cookies. Oh my God, they're cookies.
Yeah, they're cookies. Like you could
So
have
big.
1/4 of it a day. It'd
Yeah.
be
Thinking
full.
they were donuts. They were so big.
Yeah, they were huge, huge. Another place that has great atmosphere. Chris, have you ever been to Maramoto?
I want to. Part of my problem is my family doesn't eat anything. Like they have no.
Come with us.
Well, that's why I was telling my friend. I said next time I should just go down with you because she was like, "Oh, there's all these wonderful restaurants. We should like." And I'm like, my family doesn't go to anything. Like if they don't have chicken nuggets or plain pasta or a burger,
Oh.
they're not going for it. And so I get stuck. Like I one time made a reservation for Raglan Road. And I was so excited to go because I just wanted to like sort of experience the ambiance and the food.
The dancing.
And this is before like you could just like cancel. You didn't need to cancel. You could just go up and just that was it. It was done, and not go in. And so we went to let's look at the menu outside, and they just all went nope. I was like, the one thing I was looking forward to on that trip was going to Raglan Road, and I couldn't even go into it.
They
So
couldn't suck it up for you.
you know what, they do that all the time, but it's that guilt trip. It's like if you want to go in, we'll just sit and have like French fries. And it's like, well, we're having dinner. You know, I want you to eat. So, have you ever done like any of the tchotchke one, like Rainforest Cafe or the dinosaur, the T-Rex thing?
We had a Rainforest Cafe just like 25 minutes south of us for many years, so that was never a big deal
Right.
here. Dinosaur once.
T-Rex, whatever it's called.
T-Rex, yeah.
That was funny.
Once, yeah.
Yeah,
Funny enough.
yeah. I think we did when the kids were younger. We did each one once.
Right.
But
Another place that has great atmosphere is the Edison, and that's the first place I ever had an Impossible Burger.
Hmm.
And also great drinks, really cool atmosphere in there. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's like got old time black and white movies that they project on the wall. It
Oh.
has a big timepiece. It's really interesting. Would you say, Mike, that you like it?
Yeah, I think it's a nice quiet place. It's like you're almost walking into a time warp kind of a thing with all these turn of the century, like the early 20th century inventions and everything. Like you said, there's an old time movie, and it's a great place to get out of the sun. And
Always seems to be reservations available.
I remember you wanted to send back the Impossible Burger. This isn't.
Yeah,
meat.
yeah.
This is meat.
I ordered the Impossible Burger and I took a bite and I said, "Oh my God, I'm just eating beef. I haven't had beef for 28 years." And I said, "Please, check this out." And they brought out like a little flyer and they said, "No, this is
They must
actually
get
an
it all the time.
Impossible Burger." Yeah, it was right when they first started.
Right.
So I said, I don't like, I was just saying like, I don't believe it. I don't believe this is not beef. So anyway, but it's a great atmosphere in there. I'll tell you a place, another overrated place, I think, is Jock Lindsay's. I think
Mhm.
that place is very overrated for the over-the-top specialty drinks that they have there.
Mm.
Super expensive. If you go in and they have I think a hidden gem is the little sidebar that they have. And I
Right.
think we went just before dinner once, just to have got there early just to have a drink. That was a nice place, but you can just see that the bartender has like a gallon of all these different specialty drinks that they charge $15 for or $20 for. And
Yeah.
personally, I don't like sweet drinks. So everything on the list is like super sweet.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have sweet.
But it is Indiana Jones themed. So if you're an Indiana Jones fan, like they actually have hidden things in there. Like I don't want to give anything away, but you can probably find it online. But like there's a reference to R2D2 and there's the Staff of Ra.
Is
you have to go-
R2D2 and Indiana Jones?
No, but it's a part of the. I mean, actually, it is.
George Lucas.
I will say though, so in the movie when they're in the pit, like the snake area, with all the snakes and stuff, the hieroglyphics on there. One of them is R2D2 and C3PO hidden in the hieroglyphics. So if you look closely, you pause your movie, it's hidden in there. So actually, yes, R2D2 is in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wow. You know that's my favorite movie, right?
And you didn't know this trivia?
No, I didn't. Now I have to watch
Wow.
it again for the
Yep.
50th time.
But so you can go in there and sort of find some of the little hidden things. If you ask your waiter or waitress, they'll probably guide you in the general vicinity of what to look for. But you can also look at it online. But across the way, though, I will say, so my wife and I have taken to really enjoying doing wine and cheese things, like just going around and enjoying a quiet time at a bar or restaurant and having a cheese plate and some wine. You recommended Wine Bar George instead of Jock Lindsay's the previous time that I went, and we went to Jock's anyway. And then this time, my wife and I went, and we had like that super large cheese board at Wine Bar George, and it was great. It was so phenomenal. We enjoyed ourselves. We got to overlook the Gideon's Bakehouse and take pictures and show you the line.
Yeah, it's cool because you can taste a lot of different wines if you like wine, but George, the actual George, is often there. He walks around, he'll come and check on you. He's done that a few times. We had a phenomenal brunch there with some of the best brunch food I think I've ever had with our friends Deb and Linda. Really, wouldn't you say, Mike, it was really good?
Was I've always thought that the quality of the food there was good, but I really was surprised as how good it was, because you'd say Wine Bar George, okay, they're good with cheese, they're good with wine, but they were good with the brunch. Very good.
Yeah. You know, a place that I've never been that I haven't heard great reviews about. It's not surprising I've never been there, but have you guys heard reviews about STK?
No.
So that's
Is that right by the bridge?
Steakhouse. Yes, it's
Yes,
a
okay.
steakhouse.
I think
Well, how would you know?
No, I know, no, but I haven't. I mean, there may be something. I'm sure there's always something there that I could get, but I have not heard one out of our friends and colleagues have heard one positive review of that place. Nobody has said to me, "You have to go there."
I don't know how well it's doing every time we've passed by, and I don't know if they're open for lunch, but I don't see a lot of people lining up like they do for Raglan Road. There's always a line for Raglan Road.
I will say I want to hear your review when you go down there, because I found when I went there in January, everything seemed a little bit cut down or pared down in every place that you went to. Like even Sprinkles, like they didn't have everything laid out. They just sort of had the signs, and then you would order, and they would, like it was a very kind of. I'm hoping they're going to start getting back, and like I said, like that one place, whatever it's called. What was the name of that Chinese?
Miramoto.
No, the not the restaurant, the clothing store. The
Uniqlo.
What's it called?
Uniqlo. Uniqlo.
Is that what it's
It's
called?
Japanese.
Japanese.
Chinese. Yeah.
What do I know?
They have one in Boston too.
Parts of places are closed. They don't have everything there, so
Uniqlo was not closed when I was there in the summer. I know one of the things that I'm really, really looking forward to is the Drawn to Life, Cirque du Soleil. So, gonna do that next week. Can't wait.
Do it. Can't do it.
Can't do it? Why not?
It's the same problem that I have with Broadway shows and stuff. I get really nervous that something is going to go wrong with a performance, and I get that anxiety of feeling like if they get their part wrong or if they mess up a line or something like. Now, meanwhile, they could care less. I'm sure these actors are just like whatever. But the fact that people are going to be doing like stunts and stuff like that live, freaks me out. I'd be on the edge of my seat the whole time, like with anxiety. So like I've gone to plays or musicals, just like we went like a month after we went to Wicked, like a month after the actress who played I forget the name of the Green Witch, but
Elphaba.
She actually, they opened up, like she's supposed to go up and the smoke is supposed to kick in, and she goes through a trap door on the stage, and the person running it missed the cue or something like that and opened it early, and the actress broke her collarbone. So we had gone like soon after. I was nervous the whole show that somebody was going to get hurt. I went to go see Les Mis, and there's a scene where the kid throws the bag up over the parapet, and it's supposed to go over and save the day or whatever. Like he dies, and his last thing is throwing it over, and the kid, he didn't get the bag over, and everybody in the audience was like, "Oh," and I felt so bad. I couldn't even concentrate on the rest of the show because I felt so bad for that kid. So yeah, I have a hard time with live shows. So like Hamilton was great for me because I could watch it on Disney Plus and know that the performance were going to be perfect. So,
Oh my God. I've said before, I only went to, well, Cirque du Soleil, the old one. And then in Las Vegas, I went to the Beatles Love, which I could see 100 times and see it again and again. So I can't wait. And I've watched the little special on how they're making Drawn to Life. So I'm excited.
it's going to be
about
interesting if
that.
you're going to spend more time down there than you will at the parks this time.
That's what the summer was like.
Was
Because
it?
that was the go-to place.
Yeah.
It's the go-to place. So
Yeah. I mean, I didn't find it very busy when I was there either for most of the time we were there during the day. I don't know about you guys. I mean, it was it had some business going on. There was a lot of 50th anniversary stuff. So I think there were a lot of people searching out, especially at the Disney store.
there's also a lot of live music at night,
Yep.
which I think is really fun.
Yeah, it's definitely like a
Um,
party atmosphere at night.
Mhm.
And it's so interesting too, because like you'll be walking and like 50 feet go by and you'll hear the change in music. It'll be one band playing like reggae and then you're into the next one and
You're right.
they're playing, rhythm and blues and you're like, wait, what's going on here? So
And
But it
Chris,
doesn't always seem to
as you
overlap.
reminded me, there's the left-handed store that's there too.
what is the left-handed store?
I don't know. You sent me a picture. There's a left-handed store there.
Oh, there was a shirt there.
little-
It just
No, there's
it,
a whole booth, a left-handed
yeah,
booth.
it was right by it was
The
right by the Star Wars
Christmas
trading
store.
post.
The
Is that where?
Christmas store.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's near the pin place.
Right. Yeah. I see. I thought Star Wars Trading Post, which is over there, Goofy's Candy Company. It's like right there. There was just a couple little things there. What was it called? I don't
What else,
remember.
Mike? What do you like? Giardelli's, Lego store.
I don't think we've been in the Lego store once. It was kind of.
Oh, I've
That
been in
was
the
a
Lego
lot,
store
yeah.
many times.
One of the things I wanted to point out was that I've been down Disney Springs during Christmas time, and I'll tell you, it was just a joy to walk around. There's so much Christmas spirit. There's all kinds of entertainment going on, especially at night.
What about the tree? Isn't there a tree trail?
There's the Christmas Tree Lane, which
Yeah.
is at the far end near the far end where the Earl of Sandwich is. So there is a huge area that is dedicated to different Disney themes. So you could walk up to a tree and it's Beauty and the Beast. You walk up to another tree and it's all Tinkerbell. You walk up to another tree and it's Lion King. And it's around Christmas time. But I'll tell you, it's really a great place to be down to just get that Christmas spirit. They really have done a great job. I mean, it used to be Downtown Disney, but I'll tell you, I don't know if I could have done a better job of
Yeah.
designing it.
When they first announced what they were doing, I thought they were just making a glorified mall. And I was just like, who wants to go there? Like, because I remember it used to be like a nightclub scene and you had to show ID or something like it to get over the bridge to get into it. And now it's a much more inclusive place. I enjoy it. Are you going to go, Mike, this time around to go Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and get a nice princess haircut?
I don't know. I might, depending upon how I feel. It's just,
Michelle's like, of course you are.
yeah. The world of Disney, they really changed that quite a bit, and I think it's more open now. Before it was a little tough to move from one section to the other, but now
I actually
it's,
liked it better before. Like the theming, I like better, but
Yeah.
I just don't have the patience to. I don't know. I'm not really interested in buying stuff.
Well,
so.
they did shorten the Once Upon a Toy. Is it Once Upon a Toy?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they cut it in
shortened that.
half.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a great place to go. They have special things once in a while. They have that one Christmas that I remember. They had the drones at night along the water side. They had a drone show, and they would. It's hard to describe what they do with those drones, but it was amazing, and I'm looking forward to the next one. It's just it's the fifth gate. It is.
Yeah. I will say my son Jeremy is very disappointed that the Nike store is gone, the Michael Jordan Nike store. We got him a nice pair of sneakers there once. He was in heaven. It was like his.
Where was that? I don't remember that.
It was over by. Oh, I think it was over by the Polite Pig in that little side
Oh, okay.
corridor. Like I think it was. It's where Lululemon is now, or at least in that area. Right across from
Lululemon.
Uniqlo or whatever you call that place.
Yeah. So, Mike, are you going to talk about the NBA experience?
So I don't recall. So where Disney Quest used to be,
Yep.
there was a establishment opened up, and it was called the NBA Experience. It was, I believe, it was originally supposed to be put in Boardwalk, where ESPN was, but they decided they wanted to move it to Disney Springs. So apparently, it opened, and it was open only for a very short period of time. I don't recall. I remember checking on this a long time ago, but I think what happened was that every kind of activity that you could do in there, besides purchasing this and that, I guess you could do some kind of basketball stuff in there, apparently was not received really well. And they struggled. And so when we were there last summer, let's check this out. Went over to the door and it was closed, which surprised me, Chris, because one would think that if there was any time of the year where a store would benefit, would be summer. There would be more people around. But as far as I know, it's closed. I was just checking while we were talking to see if it is.
I used to like
mentioned at
Disney
all.
Quest. I used to like all the old time video games. That was fun. My kids were
Well,
not
Disney,
too interested
yeah.
in it, but
it was great, and it was innovative, and it just unfortunately,
have you gone on the balloon
ran
flight?
its course. I have not.
I have.
And
It was awesome. It was really fun. Yeah. Liam and I went. I thought
Just
it was
go up
very
and down? That's
enjoyable.
it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's
Go up, look around?
Kind of a fun view. I'd
what
do
does it
again.
cost? I don't even know what's like the. Do you remember offhand? Was it
So it
prohibitive
was like
or was?
$20.
Oh, so it was like really
Yeah.
not much.
Yeah, it was. There was a DVC discount. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was a nice day. It was a nice view.
Nice.
Yeah, I would do that again.
Yeah, we got to go back and do some more of these things the next time we go down.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think the less we go with the kids,
Yeah.
the more my wife and I may just kind of see it as an opportunity to just spend time there and eat and go nuts and wait
Or you
online
can
for.
come to Miramoto with us.
Look, I'd love to. Like I'm trying to try new things, but if they have a cheese board, my wife will be definitely in.
Chris,
They do not have a cheese board.
I was just checking for those who are wondering. The NBA Experience is not listed as a shopping or play experience.
It's permanently closed, though, right?
I don't know if it's permanently closed, but
I'm
it's
pretty
not.
sure it is.
Unless it's listed as a play area and not a shop area. But I don't see it.
Hmm.
I'm checking.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it in so long. I didn't even realize it was still even there. Where is it located?
Where Disney Quest was.
Where was Disney Quest located?
You know where it was
Across
located.
from House of Blues.
Across from
Oh,
House of
okay.
Blues.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Got
I
it.
thought you just said you went there.
Yeah, years
okay,
ago.
so
I don't remember.
here's the news. Here's the news from where this is breaking news. August 2021. Just 2 years after this is I don't know who the source is. This is Spectrum News 13. Just 2 years after its debut, the NBA Experience at Disney Springs is permanently closed. So
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
But they have an M&M store, so and a Coke store.
That is
Oh,
the
it's
M&M
the
store is
M&M
pretty
store.
awesome.
Have you ever done that Coca-Cola store? Go in there and they have all the.
with the polar
Remember-
bear?
Oh
Memorabilia.
yes, yeah. On the top deck is really fun to
Yeah.
hang out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's all
kinda
good
cool.
places. All right.
Buy
Well,
anything.
when you go down there again, you're gonna give me like more of an update on what you thought of the whole place. Do you know where you're gonna be eating, or have you picked anything yet? So have you picked
Of
any places?
course,
Have you
of
picked any places in
course.
Disney Quest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of
All right. So
course.
you have to give me the.
Splitsville.
Of course. All right.
Wolfgang Puck. Wine Bar George.
Of course. good.
Yeah.
I gotta try Wolfgang Puck. I mean, I thought it was just sort of like one of those, chef kind of crapped out places where,
It was awesome. It was
Okay.
just like, why didn't we go here earlier?
Okay, I have to remember that.
Yeah.
We don't have Slitsville.
Oh.
Yeah, you can walk in though.
Bum.
You can walk in for lunch. They don't. We walked in and we got a nice place, a nice spot. We didn't bowl or anything, so we just got a nice little table and the waitress. It was like she was like our only waitress. Like she was the bartender, and there was nobody at the bar, so she was just basically was our waitress, and she was great. She got that special margarita that was amazing.
Oh, didn't have
It's
that.
you should try it because it's Dole Whip based.
Yeah, not too sweet for me.
Oh, Mike would love it.
Well, there is for the Flower and Garden Festival, there is one kiosk that has a Dole Whip with some kind of liquor in it. So
I mean, they have it over at the oh my god, why did I just blank on the hotel? The Polynesian, the bar in the back there's got it. And actually, I will say, actually, we noticed it too when we were at Disney Springs. There were a bunch of kiosks with Dole Whips available with alcohol in there. So keep on the lookout. So
it's a very, very, very great. It's a great place to visit. There's so many things down there. It's not just a shopping mall. It's restaurants and shopping, and you can do things. The kids, all ages would love it. I think that, and it starts like what Michelle was talking about. It starts with that smart garage. I mean, they really did whatever they could to make sure that the experience is something that you enjoy going while you're there and leaving.
yeah. Well, okay. So why don't we wrap it up there? But Mike, so for the next couple of weeks, do you want to give anybody a tease about what's coming up on the show?
So, yeah, my granddaughter is going to go to Disney for the first time this summer, and so I asked her what she's looking forward to seeing, and one of the things she said was Pirates of the Caribbean. So I decided that I was going to do a little research. I know a little bit about the pirates, but I wanted to find out what kind of influences actually played a part in putting that attraction together. And I'm coming across some very interesting things. So going to put something together. We'll probably have it for next week on the history of Pirates of the Caribbean. And then I'm also looking, because I am really curious about, how the daytime parade is going to come about in Magic Kingdom. It's been a long time since we've had a daytime parade. I'm going to look into the history of daytime parades at Walt Disney World and see if I can put together something that would really be interesting to everybody listening.
Cool. And then obviously followed up by a big trip review when you get back, and we'll hear about how you ate everywhere. And Michelle had an unbelievable burger, whatever it's called. Impossible Burger.
Impossible Burger. Yep. No, we're not going there.
All right. Well, have a safe trip and enjoy. So that's going to wrap it up for us on this episode of Mickey Miles and More. If you want to reach out to us, send us a message on Twitter at Mickey Miles Pod. For Dr. Michelle Scribner McLean, the Dean of Disney, Mike Scopa, I'm Chris Eliopoulos, and we'll see you on the road in the parks.
We hope you enjoyed listening to today's episode of the Mickey Miles and More podcast. For all of us here at the Mickey Miles and More podcast, this is Rick Gray saying thanks for listening and all your support. And until next time, we'll see you on the road.